the morning, what's your go-to breakfast meal? I'm sure a lot of you are thinking oatmeal. You just open one of those packs, put it in your bowl, put the hot water in there, swirl it all around, and shove it in your face before you're out the door. Unfortunately, since you're so pressed for time, you're probably not looking at the nutrition facts and the ingredients of the oatmeal you're shoving in your face. While I can guarantee the first ingredient on the list of ingredients is oats, the second one is most likely sugar in some form, and as I've said before, guys, sugar is not so good for you. And if you're trying to go low carb, well, oatmeal isn't exactly low carb, so that's not going to do you any good. What I plan to do today is make a low carb oatmeal without the oats and without the sugar. How can this be done? I don't know. My brain, as I've said before in the past, works in mysterious ways and really thinks the recipe I'm about to create today is going to kick some oatmeal's ass. So let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, I'm sure you're all wondering what the oat replacement is going to be in my recipe. Well, it's cauliflower! I'm sure that sounds really gross, but we're gonna see if this actually tastes good with the rest of the ingredients I plan on putting in my breakfast concoction. I'm going to put 2 cups of cauliflower into my bowl here. Wow! You can be a little generous. Frozen cauliflower, so good. Next, I'm going to put 1/3 cup of flax milk into my bowl. I'm going to put about a half a tablespoon of this delicious vanilla-infused coconut oil into the bowl. I'm going to use a lot of cinnamon in this recipe because I love cinnamon. Woo! I'm going to say that's about a tablespoon and a half of cinnamon. 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract is going to go into my bowl here. Now before I add anything else, I'm going to mash this up. Now you can put your cauliflower and the rest of the ingredients into a blender to make this a little bit more smooth. However, what I plan to do is put all of my ingredients in this bowl, then transfer it to a saucepan where I can warm it up and really get that warm, cozy oatmeal consistency and feel. And then I'm gonna try it for all of you and see if it tastes good. Because sweet cauliflower right now just sounds really nasty. See, cinnamon cauliflower, yum. In order to give this oatmeal, a little protein kick, I'm going to add 1 scoop of protein powder. You can use chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, cappuccino, cookies and cream, whatever flavors you got. I'm gonna make mine vanilla cinnamon because I love that flavor combination. This might sound like a very crazy recipe. Actually, I can't tell you whether or not I'm crazy yet because I don't know what it tastes like. Oh shit. Something else I'm gonna add to this oatmeal is butternut squash. Because it is fall and I love butternut squash and I think that it would just give this a little extra something. As you can see here, I chopped up and roasted about 1/3 cup of butternut squash. Now, you can use canned pumpkin if you want. You can actually cut up the butternut squash and cook it on the stove as opposed to roasting. Your options are endless. You don't even have to add butternut squash if you don't want. I just happen to really like it. So yeah, woo woo, woo woo to the butternut squash. Yeah. Okay, well, interesting. This is gonna go into a saucepan now. This is my cauliflower, protein powder, cinnamon, coconut oil, flax milk, and butternut squash. And we're gonna see if it works. We're gonna see if this tastes good. Not a clue. But eating it frozen is pretty damn good. Well, that was easy. Took me about 3 to 5 minutes to warm up that cauliflower. However, if you do use raw cauliflower, it might take a little longer. Okay, I'm very anxious to try this recipe. Cauliflower is like a chameleon in the cooking world, so we'll see if it adopts these flavors well. Since this is oatmeal, I gotta use a spoon, right? I'm gonna be pretty daring and go for this really big bite. That's interesting. While you can still taste the cauliflower, I love the sauce on it. I think I want to put a little bit more sweetener on top, and it'll mask the cauliflower flavor a little bit. How many of you used to put extra sugar on your oatmeal? I'm using erythritol, sticking that on top. Let's try it again. Yeah, I actually really like this. I know. I tend to say that in all of my recipe videos that I love what I make. But I really genuinely do. I would not lie to you. I mean, if you saw my focaccia recipe, you know I was not a very big fan of that one. Now, not everyone has the same palate as I do. If you're the type of person who subsists on this crap, then you're probably not gonna like my recipe very much. But I happen to like it. I'm gonna continue eating it. And in fact, it makes me want to put on a nice cozy sweater and cuddle up on the couch. And so I think I'm gonna go do that right now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, toss out this garbage, and try this recipe. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and leave links to recipes of oatless oatmeal recipes that you have. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. As I said, I gotta go cozy up on the couch, like, now. Dude, this is pretty bomb. This is far healthier for you than another bullshit.